Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So tonight, I think I could guess who I'm going to talk about, and that is Solana. Solana continues to pump. It formed another high. We'll keep going. What is going on with this altcoin? Why is it so darn hot? And I'm going to try to explain why. And also, I'm going to talk about some few exciting things coming and what projects besides Solana that's built on top of Solana that you may want to look at. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams almost every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest news, articles, and guides at CryptosRUs.com. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you guys are excited. I am too. If you own Solana, you're feeling pretty darn good because just look at this graph right here. Just look at it. It just keeps going higher and higher and higher and higher, and it is now sitting at $132. Not too long ago, it was a little bit higher at $134, and it just keeps going. And if you zoom out to the weekly chart, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks of green. And that's not the only time it did that. Look at all these times. Those 7 weeks right here, 5 weeks right here, 4 weeks right. I mean, Solana has just been absolutely killing it. And take a look at this. Solana at the beginning of the year was $1.24. This was December 28th, moving into January. It was $1.20 something, $1.30. It has gone up 100x, more than 100x in 9 months. And I can't take credit. I did not discover Solana, nor did I buy Solana at $1.30. But I did buy it 4 months ago when it was about, what was it? I created this video, why Solana is on fire, and at that point, Solana was about 25-ish, right? I did tell you guys about it. Those of you guys that picked it up, congratulations. I created a lot of videos on Solana, and also, like a little bit afterwards, I created another one. I put $100 into these 2 altcoins. Guess what? One of them was Solana, right? So I have done well with Solana, and I think those of you guys that have jumped in within the last 4 months, 3 months, 2 months, 1 month, you're feeling pretty darn good about what's going on. And will this pump continue? I do think so. Maybe not as ferocious, maybe not as volatile as it has been, but look at it. Even at right now at $132, Solana's market cap is about $38 billion. $38 billion is not bad. It's not bad at all. It passed up Doge, and now they're like neck and neck. But you could see that there's still a $20 billion difference to XRP. There's still almost $43 billion to BNB, and then there's another 50-something billion to ADA. So I've been telling you guys this. I do think Solana, the way it's going, the momentum it has, and how the ecosystem is building, that this project should be right where BNB is. It should be right under Cardano. And who knows? Maybe it'll keep going. Maybe it'll even surpass Cardano, be at number 3 behind Ethereum. It could be. So that's still like 3x from here. Just think about it. That would put Solana at like, almost $400. So that could be coming. Still. So, all right. So, but why is it so hot? Let's take it back a notch. Why is it so hot? Right? What's going on? Solana back in June raised a huge number, 314 million, led by A16, Polychain, and of course Alameda Research. Sam from Alameda loves Solana. They have a ton of backing. They have a ton of money, and they're just building upon that. I saw Sentiment tweeted this out today. what's happening with their long-term development activity? Well, take a look at it. It's skyrocketing, okay? And if development is skyrocketing, well, it makes sense that the price is also skyrocketing, right? Now, if you look at Solana, you go to their webpage. This is a beautiful webpage. You could see right now there's about 2,000 transactions per second. And the average transaction cost is 0.0025. 0.00025, okay? What is it with Ethereum right now? I mean, it's what? It's $23 to send an ERC20 token. It's $70 to make a Uniswap swap, right? But on Solana, it's 0.00025, okay? There's a big difference. Ethereum can handle 15 transactions per second. Solana, right now, as it stands, is handling over 2,000 transactions per second. So technology is there. It's lightning fast. It can scale way faster than Ethereum. And this is why so many projects, you can see, as it's scrolling, why so many projects are coming aboard, including today, it was announced that Audius is going to launch Solana NFTs. Maybe they're going to bring their entire network over. I think they may be on Solana already, but you have a lot of projects that's coming aboard, and they have a lot more that's being announced each and every day. And this also helps. They just launched this recently, a few days ago, Ignition, which is a global hackathon, and basically it's just a whole bunch of money being given out to attract new dApps coming aboard, right? The blockchain can certainly handle it, and a lot of these projects coming aboard are getting major support, not only from the hackathon, but Sam and Alameda, they just love anything that's building on top of Solana. So you could probably get some good funding just from that alone, right? So there is just a lot going on. There's just a lot going on. This is why Solana is so hot right now. Now, I did mention at the beginning, well, what about some of these dApps that's running on top, right? The one that has been going neck and neck with Solana's pace, or keeping up, I should say, is Arweave, which is actually down for the last day or so. Arweave is a decentralized storage play. They have, they start out as nothing to do with Solana, but recently they formed a huge partnership. So Solana does not have an infrastructure for storage. So they partner up with Arweave. So all these projects that's coming aboard, if they need storage, they're going to utilize Arweave. So there's a tight connection there. And you could see that Arweave for the last 30 days is up 243%. It's one of the only projects that have kept up, because if you look at Solana over the last 30 days, 287%. So it's pretty close. It's not as aggressive, but it's pretty close. And Arweave is definitely one that I think, if you believe in Solana, you believe that it's going to go higher, and it's just going to draw in more and more dApps. And there's something big that's coming pretty soon, and I'm going to mention what that is. But you got to believe that the Arweave is going to be carried with it. So definitely a project you don't want to sleep on. In terms of all the decentralized storages, I say just go with Arweave. And of course, you have DeFi projects like Serum. Serum is a DEX, again, supported by Alameda and Sam and many others, right? Serum is a native DEX within Solana's ecosystem, which also has been doing pretty well. Look at this graph, right? Not as well as some of the others, but it has been going up quite a bit. And then, of course, you have Radium. Radium is an AMM that's built with Serum, and on top of Serum, they kind of share the same liquidity pools, but you could see that it's a full-fledged AMM and DEX, and that is also another project that has been doing very well. Both of these have not been keeping up with Solana, but they could be. They could be coming up. So you should definitely keep your eye on, if you're heavily invested in Solana, you're looking for alternatives, you're looking to diversify, look at Arweave, Serum, and Radium. But that's not all. You know what I think is missing, and I think a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about, is even though Solana has NFTs, what is the de facto NFT marketplace? Can you name it? Like right now, it's spread around. There's just a lot of mini ones that spread around. For example, Solana had a partnership with Lollapalooza, so there is like a NFT marketplace just for Lollapalooza and like music NFTs, right? But that was like, it's a very niche thing. What about anything else? Well, I've covered this project before, like only one. This is also an NFT platform, but for social, for influencers, right? Which is also backed by Alameda. But what is coming? Well, I discovered that there is something. SolSea, of course, that's a very similar to OpenSea. SolSea, which is supposed to be, well, they're trying to make themselves into the de facto NFT marketplace. Well, this is launching in 13 hours. I just discovered this. So this is also coming, right? So right now, even though NFTs exist on Solana and they're getting quite popular, there's not one major marketplace where everyone could go to and really, buy their favorite collectibles. And when this is out, and I don't know for sure if this is going to be the OpenSea of Solana, maybe they will, maybe they won't, but eventually one will come, right? And this will also probably drive Solana even higher. So there's just a lot of goodness, a lot of good things going on right now. So this project is definitely not built on hype. This is built on momentum, built on a lot of funding, and it's just growing. It's just growing like it should. When you have a fantastic protocol, a network protocol, a blockchain that is already operational, that is very fast, with almost no fees, with a ton of traction, and you have everything coming aboard, this is what to expect. And that is why Solana, look, it just flipped above Doge once again, and it looks like it wants to create a new high at 133. Its previous high is 134. It could just keep going and going and going and going. And right now, it's bucking all trends. We know that Bitcoin, going to Bitcoin, it just suddenly fell down again from 50,000 down to 48.5, right? The bears do not want to let go. I told you guys this morning about this resistance turn support is 49.5. This is an important resistance for Bitcoin to turn to support and hold. And the bears do not want to let go, so there's definitely a war or a battle going on, right? But while that's happening, the one project that says, I don't care, is Solana. Ethereum and Cardano both did very well within the last few days, right? But turned slightly red today, slightly. But you could see up 20%, up 13%, right? You have even XRP and Polkadot up pretty good, right? But you could see the one standout has to be Solana. And I told you guys, don't give up on it. Wait for like consolidation periods or down periods. Unfortunately, recently there isn't a whole lot. But the last few days, it was stuck at like 110 or 113 or something. And when it got back, it came back in a big way. But there's others. There's other good ones too. Network protocols right now overall are very, very, very hot. If you haven't been to pay attention, if you don't know what a network protocol is, it's basically a project that supports other dApps, right? You want to concentrate on these because as NFT marketplaces and NFTs and DeFi projects, as they get hotter and hotter and hotter, they have to run on top of a chain. And that chain is the base layer, the foundational layer, the layer 1 or layer 0 that is powering the smart contracts and powering the transactions and fees, right? And Solana is one of them, but of course you have Ethereum, you have Cardano soon, you have Polkadot, you have Binance Coin, Binance Smart Chain, you have Luna, you have VeChain, you have Matic, and a newcomer, Avalanche, is also gaining a lot of strength. So these guys, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, that's pretty much it. Lastly, before I get in Q&A, I do have a new sponsor. And this sponsor is one that I think you guys will love because right now it relates to these insane fees. As much as we love decentralized DEXs like Uniswap, it is absolutely horrendous when it comes to fees, right? And that's what this project is trying to fix. Rubic provides swaps, bridges, cross-chain routing features with the lowest gas fees. Basically, the way to think about it is a DEX aggregator. And it's not just with one chain. They have just recently opened up, okay? They opened up cross-chain trading, so you can now trade 7,500 tokens across multiple chains, such as Ethereum, Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, but it goes more than that. They also have Tron, Harmony, DAI, 7,500 assets, all within one platform, and that platform is already operational, and it's pretty nifty. It looks like all other AMMs out there, right? But the difference is, you look at it, you select Ethereum, right? Look at how many tokens there are. But it's so simple. If you want to swap between Ethereum, which I have my wallet connected already, you want to swap it for something on BNB. Okay? Very, very, very simple. You want to do Cake? Sure. Go ahead. Right? You want to do something else on Binance Smart Chain? You want to do USDC on Binance Smart Chain? Yes, sure. Go ahead. It's all programmed in because it's cross-chain. You don't have to swap between different bridges and different DEXs that support different things. And it just makes it very, very simple. You could do it on Polygon too. You could do wrapped Ether or QuickSwap. You could go between Ethereum and QuickSwap just like that. And not only that, besides Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon, they do have Tron, they have DAI and Harmony in here as well. So 7,500 tokens, all at your fingertips. It will basically maximize the route, find the cheapest route possible for you to make your transaction, and it's that simple. It's that simple. So that's Rubic for you. So if you want to check them out, go ahead and click on the URL in the description and start utilizing them right away. And later on, they're going to have their own liquidity pools, which right now they're working on. But once they get that out, that's going to be fantastic for Rubic holders. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Now, let's do some Q&A. Andrew, you're the only one that keeps talking about cars. No, I'm not getting a Porsche 911 Turbo S. But that's a good car. Damn good car. Although every single 911 Turbo S is either black or white. I don't see anyone picking any other color. It's like the most boringest car ever. Gerald asks, I'm 61 years old trying to subsidize my future retirement. My portfolio is split between Ethereum, Bitcoin, Chainlink, and then a lot of other ones. Is 200K possible this cycle? Yes, it is possible. Just look at it from this perspective. In my opinion, Bitcoin is going to go to somewhere between 100 to 150,000. Okay, so that's roughly 3-4x. If 3-4x at the bare minimum, your 61,000 you times by 3, that's like 180,000 already. But if you look at Ethereum or Cardano and Matic and Chainlink, they have been moving much faster than Bitcoin. There's like a multiplier to them, right? Just look at it. Ethereum's moving twice as fast as Bitcoin. Cardano is moving like 8 times as fast. Binance Coin is moving like 6 times as fast, right? Solana is moving 10 times faster. So you could just look at the year performance and you could do a multiplier. So I think you're in the right boat there. I think you're going to hit your goal. Galactic Sandwich says, in the light of bull run, it's a good idea to take some profits like FTM now or wait. There's no right or wrong answer. If you made a lot of money with Phantom, take some off. No one ever goes broke taking profits, okay? You may have regret if it keeps going up, but that's okay. That's why you don't sell it all. You just take some profits, take some off the top, and you'll be just fine. Will I be playing Illuvium? Maybe. I was addicted. I think I told you guys. I was addicted to RPG games like Diablo 2. I wasted all my college years playing Diablo 2. Honestly, like that's all I did. Right, so if Illuvium is as good as they say, hey, maybe. But I heard that they were pushed back to January, but that's okay. They're working on it. They have a terrific team, really well funded, and their artwork just looks absolutely beautiful. So if you swap from E to USDC, is that a taxable event? Yes. Any kind of trade is a taxable event other than just holding it. What's the best crypto tax company? I don't know. I don't know. Just go ask the tax accountant. Now, in terms of the software, I forgot what I used. There's a couple of crypto tax softwares that can pull from all the exchanges. Just do a Google search. I forgot what they're called. It's not a Hellcat. Durango Hellcat, as good as it is, no. Any thoughts on ADAX? A lot of people talk about, a lot of people shilling it. I mean, it's not useful until Goguen is done. So wait for Goguen to be done. In your opinion, if you had to pick one now, which will gain the most by percentage change, or September 12th, Adamatic Sol? I'm just going to stick with Sol. I mean, it's only 10 days. Why not? In DCA last week, me, James, and Rob, we selected who we think is going to go up the most this week. I selected Solana. Rob selected Cardano. And then James selected Engine. I think I'm going to win that. I think I'm going to win that bet 2 weeks straight. Any chance you like to look at Zilliqa again? Zilliqa is a project that is doing well. Okay? They're not as fast as some of these other guys. I think I spoke to, I forgot his name, Ermit. He said they could scale about 2,000 transactions per second, which is still lightning much faster than Ethereum. And they do have a lot of things going on. So they're executing. They have some traction. They don't have the traction like the big boys, but they're still multi-billion-dollar projects. So they're good. They're good. I say, they're worth holding on to. Yeah, I know Diablo 2 Remastered is coming out. I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to play. Could you check out Network? I think I'm buying a small amount. Be the first in Network. I guess that's supposed to be Network's new metaverse. So it's a gaming NFT play. Where's the backers? Oh, these are staking. These are partners, which they seem to have a lot. In terms of investors, not the big boys, but I guess good amount of investors. I don't know. Looks okay. I mean, I don't know much about it. It looks like it's another one of those play to earn games with NFTs built in, right? It could be good. Where are they listed at? Oh, just the Uniswap right now. So, I don't know. Just worth keeping an eye on, I guess. Polylastic. I forgot what this project is about. Home of digital asset indices. Don't look for a needle in a haystack. Just buy the haystack. So, this is like buying a fund, I think. Yeah, it's like an index fund. Not something I'm interested in. Boxster Omis says I bought 75,000 in VeChain a while ago. Well, then congratulations. You probably made some good money. Good money with that. Have you seen today's news for Cody? They're setting up a next-gen financial ecosystem. I have not. Sounds interesting, though. What's the deal with XRP? Why so many people like them? I really don't understand. Because it's like a cult. It's like a cult, and they can't admit you know, they can't admit defeat. So I've been staking some coins there for over a year. I don't know where you're talking about. Should bring Ben Cohen to the show, maybe, but we focus on two different things. He's a really good guy, really well respected, but you know, he's all TA. I'm all fundamental, so I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna do a show together. Kernan, stop spamming the same question. Both. What do you think about Unicrypt, IOOs, and lockers? I don't even know what those are. I have no idea what you're talking about. Unicrypt. Which one? Probably this one. It's too small to look at. Rev. I like Rev. Ever since I had an interview with Yatsuda Animoca Brands, I think he has a good plan for all the projects he's involved with, and Rev is one of them. Rev is into motorsports, NFTs, gaming, but you can buy a whole lot of stuff, and this integrates with others, others in the space, like F1 and all this other stuff. Recently, there's a F1 NFT deal. I forgot who was part of it, but that's also part of Rev's ecosystem. So anything with motorsports NFTs all have to do with Rev. So I like Animoca Brands. They're like every NFT, they're like involved with it. Sold to 1K. Could by the end of this cycle. You never know. Veracity. I thought Theta is a decentralized YouTube, but Veracity looks like it's a smaller market cap. Yes and no. They have their own streaming platform. They're working with esports. I mean, but Theta is doing the same thing. So they're kind of the same thing, but they're kind of not. I think their separation is they have this, patent for counting views, but I don't know if anyone really cares about that. But I do know that they're getting very, very heavily involved with esports and tournaments and just getting streamers to come aboard. So it is helping them. Audius don't pay royalties and have zero plans to do so. I think Audius, their model is to offer offer exclusive content, offering like a subscription almost, right? That's their model, right? So that's what they're trying to do. Now that they're doing NFTs, that's another way for musicians to take advantage of that. That is their model as far as I know. So Kevin, you may have a different experience, but that's what I learned, right? So they were trying to compete better with, say, Spotify by giving the artists a way to monetize differently through other things, exclusive content, or it's almost like Patreon in a way, I think. Is this? Oh, this is not any better. It's still very small. Multi-chain decentralized protocol and services. Well, it looks very much like Rubic. Liquidity lockers. Locking liquidity is becoming standard in DeFi industry. We are proud to reaffirm this concept we brought to the market by Unicrypt. Token minting, Launchpad, farms as a service, staking as a service, just a whole bunch of stuff going on. It's like an all-in-one DeFi kind of play. It could be good. but it has not picked up at all. No traction at all. Here's the thing about DeFi projects, okay? And it's kind of the same thing with Serum and Radium too, which I brought up today. The reason why they haven't pumped up as much is because a lot of times they provide something that you could use without needing their token. So if people are just utilizing what you have without actually utilizing the token or needing to buy the token, then it doesn't really help it pump, right? So a lot of these very, very nice, fancy projects, if they haven't figured out how to get people to buy their token, they kind of stay flat. It looks like Unicrypt is one of them. Do you hold more DOT or Solana? I don't hold a lot of DOT. I hold a ton of Solana though. With Solana's market cap set at 38 billion, is 10x lofty for the remainder of this bull cycle? No. I think Solana could be above $1,000. So yes, I think I'm basing that based off of BTC. I think BTC could do 3 to 5x. If BTC does 5x, Solana is doing 10x for sure. No question. But if BTC does only 3x, maybe Solana would do like a 5 to 7x. Please look at Elrond. I have looked at Elrond before. They're promising, sharding chain very fast as well. And they have been catching on fire recently, right? Starting to move up a little bit. But I haven't heard of any recent big developments going on. Andy says, I'm almost approaching 7 figures in crypto gains, and that is because I invested 7 figures to start with. Well, wait. Okay, so you pretty much doubled, which, congratulations. I feel uneasy. I'm checking price every day. Is that a sign to just sell at a walk? No, because everyone does that. There's no one in crypto that doesn't feel that way. But because you put in a lot to begin with, well, then of course you worry about it a lot more, right? But that's how everyone is. Everyone is like that. I remember a story about some billionaire from Japan that bought like hundreds of millions in Bitcoin, and then he had to sell it a month afterwards. But he says he couldn't concentrate on anything else because all he was doing is checking prices all day long. So that's not the right way to do it. There's not a right way to do it. I think most people I would advise to buy in increments, DCA over a long haul. With you went in really quickly. So I would say if it really keeps you up at night and it's too terrifying, take some off. Take some off the table. You already, obviously, if you have some figures to put in, you're already wealthy. You don't need to put that much pressure on yourself. Just play it small. That small amount that you play could turn into enormous. Recently, when I go on Exodus, 50% of the time it says I'm unavailable in my state. Should I move them to avoid? Yeah, you should probably find something else to trade with, not them. Should I trade bakery tokens for ADA? I can't tell you that. You have to decide for yourself. Coinbase have limited coins and high fees. I'm worried about Binance.US has regulatory use. What do you recommend? I think Binance.US is still fine. All the ones in the US pretty much have high fees. Binance.US is the lowest fee. You could use also KuCoin, which is still open to US residents. And then if you look at some of the other ones, they're all pretty high fees. Voyager, even though they say feeless, but they make it up with their order books. And then, you have Kraken, Gemini. Yeah, the fees are okay. What is the purpose of NFTs if you can make multiple copies of it? That you don't have unique art, there are many copies, you just own one. But still, just because you have multiple copies doesn't mean that it's worthless, okay? Like a pair of Jordan sneakers. There's probably a few thousand for certain ones, for certain series or certain years. They're still worth a lot. Right now, if you print 1 billion of them, then of course it becomes worthless. But if you print a few, it's still limited. Basketball cards the same way. You get 1 out of 5 or 5 out of 10 or something like that. Even though it's not 1 of 1, it's still valuable. So there you go. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I'll let you go. You know what? Solana, very, very, very hot. Very hot indeed. There's many reasons why it's so hot. I do believe it's going to continue going. It's probably going to keep going until it's right under Cardano. It may even surpass Cardano, but I may be getting a little bit too ahead of myself. That's still a 3x from here. But there's many other projects that's riding on top of Solana. There's a few to pay attention to that I covered. And you have a really, really big NFT marketplace that's also coming out. Will that have effect on Solana? Maybe. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks for tuning in. Smash up the like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.